All right, let's go ahead and talk money tonight. Your credit is so important, and we don't have to tell you why. It can keep you from buying a house, a car, or being able to live a relaxed and enjoyable life. And joining us tonight is George Cole. He is a credit expert who has been on a number of platforms here at 11 Alive over the past couple of years. Always good to see you. Thanks for coming in, man.
Thank you very much, Demarco.
All right, the first question, what is the good score to have, even if you don't have a perfect score?
Well, I think a good score is to have is like a 680 between 700, because that's the starter score to where you can get a home. You can also be able to borrow money to start a business, etc.
And George, our jobs, they are now checking potential employees' backgrounds, of course, and taking a look at their credit. What do you have to say about that? I had no clue that jobs could even find out your credit score.
Well, I think it's kind of unfair because it doesn't equate to person's talent, but it equates for an employer. They're looking at, can I trust you? Will you come to work on time? Will you not steal? Will you be honest? Will you be loyal? Well, some of that is a part of your credit report, and it could say those factors. But in legislation right now, it's being voted on very heavily. Out of 46 bills that they're presenting, 42 bills is about credit, and they say that it should not be used as a part of a determination for someone getting a job.
Let's talk about bankruptcy. A lot of people say, okay, I've made all of these mistakes. I'll just file bankruptcy and have my credit clean. Is that a good idea and a good thing to do? And what are the advantages and disadvantages?
Well, bankruptcy is not a good thing to do. It is the last effort that you should do to try to bring back your finances. People don't know that there's a statute of limitations of debt. You're forgiven for certain things in America, and debt is one of them. In the state of Georgia, the statute of limitations runs between 4 to 6 years. After that, you're forgiven for the debt. So people are doing bankruptcies for debt that they've already been forgiven for.
Let's talk about dating for a second. A lot of people now are starting to ask this question when they're going on a date, whether it be the man or the woman. What is your credit score? Is that inappropriate, or is that a good thing that you should be asking, especially if you plan on marrying this person?
Well, I think to understand what kind of indebtedness someone's in is an important question. If you want to buy a house, you want to start a family, you need to have good credit. And I believe that both parties should be equal within their credit platform.
But on a date, before you even get to that step.
Well,
your first, second, third date, you're talking about credit scores?
Well, I think that's someone who really wants to get married.
Right.
So basically, if their thoughts are equal, then they probably do need to talk about those things.
So would you give a guy a second date if he asked you a credit score?
It really does matter how deep into that relationship you are. You know, I mean, first, second, third date, absolutely not. I am old school, absolutely not. But, you know, like you said, if you're like-minded and you really are making plans for the future, you do need to know what the financial situation is on the other person.
Get those scores up.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well.